These are letters between Chris Barker and Bessie Moore. Chris is a postal clerk, 30 years of age, who's been sent to Egypt. This is April 1944, and he's writing to his London friend, Bessie Moore, who has begun as a friend and has turned into something else, as you'll see. Dear Bessie, today, after what has seemed a long, long time, I have received 2 letters from you, thus terminating any doubts that I had that you had been bombed or run off with an American. My dear one, how I love you. What pleasure, sweetness, and loveliness you represent to me. Don't say to yourself, can it be possible? It has happened. We are together. We are on the same wavelength. We do understand, sympathize, and yearn for each other equally. You urge me to make it last, just as I am saying to you, hold me tight. I'd do anything to keep you happy. Certainly we shall start being humdrum later on, but I do not believe I shall lose my recognition or realization of the fact that we are meant to join up with each other, support each other, and nest together. Things here are about the same, except that today we've gone into khaki drill, which is much nicer than battle dress and can be washed anytime one wants. I am playing chess, as usual, at bridge at night when possible. I'd like to creep away somewhere and do a bit of hard brooding about you, but I have to go through the motions of behaving normally. Whatever I do, I'm conscious of the fact that you are in the same world, and it is a pretty sweet, great thought to be getting on with, rather overwhelming at times. So your dad knows. It couldn't be avoided. It was inevitable and perhaps desirable. If you feel I should write to your dad, let me know and I'll do as you say. You can't keep secrets when you are liable to get letters. One thing that I really do want you to guard against is sharing me with anyone, whoever it may be. Please recognize that this emotion I feel is for you, not for anyone else. Do not expect others to share your view of my virtues. We have met only comparatively little in the past, and I expect I discussed the weather as much as possible. My ignorance of you can be judged by the fact that I don't know if the I in the middle of your name stands for Ivy, Irene, or Itmar. I don't know your birthday or your birthplace. I want to know your food dislikes, if any, if and what you drink, whether you still smoke, how you housekeep, or if someone else does it somehow. Please, please, please tell me of and about yourself so that I may breathe you in and wallow in news of you. I am the baby of the family, one of 6. My early memories are few. I remember digging big holes in our backyard and lining up for the pictures. I remember wanting to be a special constable when I grew up. I went to Drayton Park, Highbury, LCC school. I was probably a very ordinary pupil, but good at English. When I had done very badly at arithmetic once, I had to stand up before a class. The headmaster said that a chap with a noble forehead like mine should have done much better. I remember as an armistice treat when I was very young, putting a banana in my pocket to take it home to Mum. When I got home, the banana was just pulp. I supported Cambridge, the Arsenal, and Surrey. The first girl I ever went out with, I took to see Sunny Side Up, one of the first talkies. I should be commencing leave on the 22nd of May and should get 7 clear days in Alexandria, eating excellent food and ices, drinking all the milk and minerals my stomach desires, and looking, once again, at houses and paved streets, young children and trees. I enclose a small photograph, which I hope you accept more as a token than a likeness. You probably noticed the disappearing hair on the top of my head. Sometimes I think it is falling out quickly, and at others I persuade myself that there are positive signs of growth. I think of your breasts more than is good for me. I am sure you are not entirely disinterested in the fact that I have hairs on my chest. Then we start wondering other things. Where should we live? Do we want children? You tell me you have £85.10 in the post office savings bank. I have £227. Thank goodness you did not send me a cross. Really, I am scornful of such things. I have no patience with its religious intent, and I hope you didn't seriously think of sending me any such thing. I must risk hurting you, my love. I hope you aren't Roman Catholic. I'll say no more for the present. Thinking of you, love, Chris.
In Blackheath, Bessie Moore, 31, is employed as a Morse code transcriber in the Foreign Office. As she writes, rockets are falling. My darling, It is not easy to surrender myself so completely as I am doing at my age, much more tender age, to be in love than at 20. What I feel for you, dear one, is love. This not settling down, getting married and having children, it's something so much more, so much bigger. You have caused an upheaval within, an upheaval that contains so much sweetness, ecstasy, and pain. Something that I didn't think I was going to know. Something that I thought did not exist because I had not known it. It's new to me. You are new to me. I trust myself to you so gingerly, a little afraid of, not you, Christopher, but of the unforeseeable. I guess it's the uncertainty of life in London that enhances it. I want to rest with you in peace, but you're so far away. I just have not known anyone like you before. Or perhaps it is that no one before has made me want to give so badly. Give so badly that the giving makes me feel afraid. Darling, this is all so hopelessly womanish. I really don't know whether you can understand the paradox. It's like touching the stars and touching rock bottom. It's living in you and through you. I want you. I need you. Oh, hell, I could barge my head against a wall. It tried to snow today. Horribly cold. I don't know whether I told you. I bought a pair of lined boots, getting all prepared for the worst. I wore them yesterday and it wasn't necessary. And today, I didn't when it was. What's a girl to do in this climate? Have cold feet every day. It's very breezy, these luxury flats. We have such a palatial entrance hall and carpeted stairs, but inside the flat it's bare boards, lavatory's always going wrong, and the water in the bowl won't run away. Luxury? I went to see The Circle, John Gielgud's production, a play by Somerset Maugham. I didn't think much of it. I was so glad that you didn't come. To me, he seemed such a milk and water specimen. No fire, no life in him. Just a beautiful voice. Too cultured. I think I've got a bit choosy over the theatre. I've seen some really fine plays during the war. My standards got a bit high. I'll be very glad to have a closer snap of you. I'm always needing to look at you. I'd be glad to see photos of the places you've seen also. Christmas is almost here. A family time. Children's time. Darling, I do really want to be cheerful, but it's so blooming difficult. Christmas and you out there. I love you. I love you. I love you. And my heart is aching. It's so lonely and desolate without you. My mind keeps going into such flights of fancy on how to get to you, from stowing away on a ship to applying to the War Office. So blooming silly. But it does get so bad sometimes. 11 o'clock. Feeling very tired. Good night, darling. I love you. Bessie.